Zdravo, FMs, it's me, FM Cheetah. You can call me Matt, and welcome to a European Championship edition of Conquering Clough with Croatia. As you can see, we are here for the first game of the group stage. We are in Group F, along with Portugal, Norway, and Bosnia Herzogovina. So a pretty challenging group. So first I wanted to have a look at the world rankings at the moment. So there we are, Croatia. We're in 14th place. We've moved up one spot since I've taken over, so clearly not doing too bad a job. Now, the team we will face, I think, in the next game is Portugal. They're in 8th position, so quite a way ahead of us. Obviously, they've won international glory. They won the Euros, didn't they? They won this competition. I don't know what the squad is like. We have some Portuguese players, so I'm guessing we will see those. Norway in 16th, so tight. So the game today, we expect it to be tight. A 1-0 win would suit me fine. Bosnia Herzogovina in 60th place. Obviously, all the other teams in Group F will want to be taking 3 points from that game. Anyone who doesn't take 3 points is probably going out. So there are 6 groups in the European Football Championship, the European Championship. A, Slovenia, Serbia, Georgia and Scotland. Wow, would have loved that group. B, Wales, the Netherlands, Finland and Denmark. Group C, Italy, England, Ukraine and Russia. Yes, Ukraine and Russia, boy. Group D, Ireland, Sweden, Belgium and Spain. It's a pretty reasonably tough group there. It's probably a bit like our group. Group E, Poland, France, Israel and Turkey. We're to say France, strong favourites there. And then us, Group F, Bosnia Herzegovina, Croatia, Norway and Portugal. We would say Portugal favourites to finish top. We need to beat Norway in order to finish second, because second will qualify us with 6 groups. Now, what we haven't done is spent really any time, as far as I can remember, talking about the squad. Now, it is 2028, so some of the players have moved on. Obvious example would be someone like Luka Modric, Mandzukic. They've all moved on, but there are some familiar faces here, and you may have spotted them already. Marcelo Brozovic is still here, as is Mateo Kovacic. Josko Gvardiol is here. Duja Cetela Kar is here, or Char. Apologies, Croatian viewers. Nikola Vlasic is here, ex of Everton. I can't remember where he is now. Lovro Zovranek is still here. He was quite young, obviously, when the game begins. I think he's like an 18-year-old star. Roko Simic, a bit like Lovro. Simic is a very highly desired 24-year-old striker. I guess you would call him inside forward striker. And then, of course, you've got Dominik Livakovic, who is obviously one of the best goalkeepers in FM22 and FM21. Still only 33, really, done well. And there are other players here, of course, you may remember. Marin Pogradic is still around, brought in quite late into the squad because of his club form. Vuskovic, some of you may know him, a really decent central defender, I think he was based in Spain originally, but anyway, there are some new players, like Martin Baturina, Iban Čulić, Mile Belak, and young and up-and-coming keeper Antonio Vasiljevic. So a 23-player squad. The challenges are, one thing you'll notice probably, I guess, about particularly positionally, is you'll see that pretty much everyone can play in another position. The only ones that can't are the goalkeepers. And Duja Cetela Kar, he's a central defender, but of course Gvardiol centre or at left, and everyone else has got another position, either deep midfield, further midfield. We've got plenty of fullbacks who can play in the centre of midfield or in defensive midfield positions. And what we don't have, and what Croatia don't seem to have at all at the moment, at least of any quality, is an out-and-out striker. There were some older players which we tried, legacy players in the game who were strikers. They just didn't perform. Roko Simic has really stepped up into that role as a complete striker, and we will be relying on him for goals. And he scored us, a lot of goals. He scored 8 goals in competition. He is by far and away the leading goal scorer, and he's had good form. He's had good form both for the national team and for club duty. You'll look up and down here, though, and see there are a lot of players sub-7, including important players like Kovacic and Brozovic. They're just very good. And what you haven't seen in this Croatia is a lot of the sort of under-21s, under-23s really kind of lifting up. There's a few, like Vasilj, the keeper, like Belak. He's kind of developing. Belak's only 18. Still got plenty of developing to do. There's a few, but there's still some gaps in Croatia, which is surprising, really, given just the vast amount of talent that this nation, for its size, can produce. So everyone can kind of play in different roles. Left backs can play as wingers or inverted wingers. Defenders can play as central midfielders. Strikers can play out wide, things like that. And we'll be relying on that flexibility. You know, there's no training or resting in international competition, so we're going to need to be doing a lot of rotating. We'll be looking at that Bosnia Herzogovina game. I think that actually might be the second game of the group. But anyway, there's enough really good talent here that we can move through it. Bosnia Herzogovina is a left back, but Bradaric, who many of us will remember from probably FM20, it might have been FM21, where he's a bit of a wonder kid, left back. Not so much in this version, but he has developed very well, the 28-year-old. I mean, very well, pretty well. He's not the greatest, but he's okay. He's got some pace, he's got technicals, and his mentals are decent. And for the record, Mateo Kovacic, here he is now, 34, physical's holding up really well. Obviously, he can kind of pass the ball. He's, this advanced player. We've been playing him as a kind of defensive, deep-lying playmaker because he's got some bravery, he's got some tackling, and that's the job he's been doing for us. He's not been doing a great job, and to be quite honest, he's probably had a couple of decent games. The others, I've generally subbed him off. Brozovic, though, has been doing decently. His physical's waning. He's 35. He retires at the end of the tournament. But his technicals and his mentals still very, very decent. He can pass the ball. He can move the ball. We can't let him run. Well, he can't run too fast, so he won't be going forward at all. He's still got some stamina. He's incredibly fit, so that's keeping him going. Gvardiol, now 26. Well, didn't he develop into something special? This is a very good central defender come left back, and he's got some crossing in there. He's always had a bit of pace, strong. Yeah, he was out injured for a little while during playoffs, I believe. So we had to bring in other players, but he's important. Obviously, he's important. He'll play in the centre of defence, but if we need, he can go out wide, and we can bring in Vuskovic to sit in that role. He's quite good as well. Cheleta, his central defensive partner, is also decent. Not as good as Gvardiol, you have to say, but pretty solid. We'll see how Cheleta goes. If he doesn't go so well, we can always turn to Vuskovic, who at 26, very nice. Similar but nice. I mean, the one thing I guess about international tournaments is that some players, you'll have a few great players, and then you'll have a few players like this. There are probably teams like England who have got a really broad range of quality players, and maybe France, things like that. We're not that national team. What are the hopes? Well, we don't really have any expectations. We want to get out of the group stage. That would be good. We want to be in the knockout rounds. I'd like to progress. It'd be nice to get to a quarterfinal. A lot of it's luck, obviously, who you draw, things like that. Our performance wasn't terrible. We had some decent friendlies. So, yeah, I'm hopeful that, this squad can do the job. It's certainly flexible enough. And injuries, tiredness, things like that, we can make changes. And we're also flexible in terms of formation as well. So lastly, before we play our first game, history. So 2021, of course, Italy won against England. We'll all remember that. Sorry, Englanders. And the 2024 European Championship was won by France over Spain. So that's interesting to see those two teams come back. No idea what the Spanish national team looks like, he says, with absolutely no agenda at all. Well, Koke is still there. Carlos Soler is there. Olmo is there. Any players we don't know? Gogiche is there. Now at Liverpool. He went to Liverpool. Pinedo is a regen. But there's a lot of legacy players here still. A lot of legacy players. Yeah, that's interesting. Rafa Mir. Wow, Rafa Mir's there. Okay. All right, so Portugal had their game against Bosnia. A decisive 3-0 win. Pedro Neto and João Felix are still there. That's the standard then, 3-0. Let's go and beat Norway. So here is the formation, 4-2-3-1. Livakovic in goal, of course. Sutalo out on the right, Soso on the left. That midfield defensive partnership of Gvardiol and Cheleta, of course. Brozovic will start as our creative midfielder. Jakic right next to him as that ball winner. Maya plays a bit deeper, cuts inside so we can kind of get into these spaces. Sukic, young, he's still fairly young, he's 24, 25 now. He's in the hole. We have other options in the hole. He has been doing quite well. He's been performing very well. Susic, Svornarek out on the left cutting in, and as I said, Simic up front as a kind of complete forward. He can do that. He's strong, he's fast, he can kind of do everything. So what I can tell you about the dressing room is no one responds to anything. So where can I pump the fist, go out there and impress me? Yeah, you'll see what that is. Not even like I trust you to make a difference. Whether there's a language barrier there, I don't think I speak any Croatian. I don't know. But anyway, let's go have a game. And we are away. So we are playing balance, but we are sort of pressing and counter-pressing. We obviously get the first highlights. Sotelo on the ball. What's he doing? Oh, well collected by Maya. Crosses in. Sucic is on it. Goes to Brozovic. Sosa, we like to move the ball around the box a little bit. Brozovic still holding the ball. We're trying to work it in. Brozovic finds Vrodnek. Sucic, Sosa, Brozovic. Sosa, here we go, releases Simic. Simic looked on. Oh, what a terrible miss. He looked offside, surely. Yeah, well offside. Now, let's remember, this is Norway. They have a certain Erling Haaland, don't they? As we go straight to another highlight. Bjorken, oh yeah, Bjorken, another Norwegian on the ball there. Norman Willemsen, no idea. Ronnigan Jorgensen, oh, Ayers there as well. Odegaard releases her away. Ooh, just scrapes the paint of the outside post. Okay, we've gone past 15 minutes. They've had 3 shots, 1 on goal. We've had the 2, so I'm going to give a bit of encouragement, see how that goes down. Probably not well. Odegaard's on the ball. Arvid Rista is there. Soroy coming forward. He shoots, but he shoots right at Livakovic. Will we break? We won't break. Yeah, so they're getting the shots on. Now 5 for 3. We're 4 for 1. Right, as we move past 30 minutes, looking at the shots and the shots on target, I'm actually going to go to shorter passing, I think, just to control a bit more of the possession. We are at only 43, so they're at 57% possession. Let's try and control a little bit more, see if we can get that ball, sort of keep it, for a bit more shots on target. That would be nice. All right, last 5 minutes of the half. They are 12 shots, 5 on target. We are now 7 for 2. Maybe that move to possession helped. 1 minute of injury time, which we should hopefully see out without incident. Quite a few yellow cards there, I noticed. So yes, half time we go in 0-all. What I'm going to go is to say I'm not happy with your performance. Maya's demotivated, so I'm going to go, you weren't as bad as all that. He's still unmotivated. That's good. Let's have a quick look at our performance. Average, not horrific, but average. The fullback's doing quite well there. I think from a fitness point of view, we're looking okay. Jakic, ball-winning midfielder, has picked up a card. He's only on a 6-6, and Gvardiol has picked up a card as well. Are there any changes we want to make? Both Brozovic and Jakic on a 6-6. Do I want to bring in Kovacic? You know what? I do want to bring in Kovacic, and we're going to go deep line playmaker on defense. Just, he can bring more control to midfield. So let's go into the dressing room. Let's have a chat with individually. Let's say, Kovacic, I trust you to make the difference. He probably doesn't care less. Thanks, mate. Anyway, we're still 0-all. Just need a goal. Oh, and it's a highlight to Livakovic. It's ours. Livakovic goes long. Damn, that's unfortunate. Noose is on the ball. He shoots. It was a weak shot, and Livakovic gathers. Why is he throwing the ball away like that? Let's just have a quick look at his instructions. He's on roll it out. Yeah, so just do that. Roll it out. Roll it out, Dominic. That'd be like hoiking the ball away and losing possession. So we're moving to 60 minutes. There's another highlight. Oh, Simic dispossesses Aya. What can he do here? Come on, boy. What are you going to do? He can lose the ball. Goes long to Havertz Riester. Uh-oh. Haaland is on the ball for the first time. Ronnigan Jorgensen shoots and scores. What a hit. That was a goal and a half. We'll see that in 3 dimensions. Haaland causing us trouble there. Not scoring, but causing us. Here we go. Haaland takes the ball out wide, stops, then goes all the way back to Jorgensen. Look at this, puts it on the right foot. That's a shot. I mean, that is a shot and a half. Wow. Okay, so now we are going to need to do something. I did see a couple of low scores there. Yep, look at that. Zvonjak on a 6-4 and Brozovic on a 6-5. So we're going to bring on Vlasic on the left there. And for Brozovic, I think I'm bringing on Baturina. We need goals and we need creativity. So Baturina can play there. We want to play him let's play him as a roaming playmaker. Why not? We'll play him as a roaming playmaker. There you go. Vlasic, I'm going to make an inside forward. You will continue on support. And I think we will just press a little more often right now. We are countering and counter-pressing. Let's push a little harder. Let's not go yet to positive. Let's give a bit of a team talk. Pump the fist. Oh, Baturina is motivated. That's good. Vlasic, not so much. He's not impressed with me. We do come back to a highlight. Not sure if it's a real one. Hopefully not, because Norway are on the ball. Remington Jorgensen. Bjorken's now on the ball. That'd be fine. Just get the ball and put it in net, fellas. Going back to Hansen. Goes long. Hardvid Rietveld. Gvardiol. Cardiviol. And if I said, no, Haaland. Uchka. Liverpool. Well, didn't get the corner, so obviously not. So there are 19 shots, 11 on target. We're 9-3. I think we have to go positive. I don't see any other way. And I think Susic is going to go in, a more attacking role. Also, let's go a bit of a demand more shout. Come on, fellas. Cannot lose. We don't want to lose this game because the chance of beating Portugal, pretty slim. Highlights. Here we go. Gvardiol kind of clears. Pedersen crosses in. Haaland just wide of the post. It is dangerous. 21 shots, 11 on target. We are 10 for 3. I'm going to stop right there and we're going to start moving all the attacking players into an attacking mentality. And I think maybe Baturina can go as an advanced playmaker. Let's get him a bit more forward. And on top of that, I think what we'll do is we'll definitely cross over. Let's have at least we'll skip the shorter passing, but let's have the fullbacks cross over. We need to recover a goal. We want to get at least, we need to get a draw out of this. Come on. All right, last 10 minutes of the game. 11 shots, still only 3 on target. They have had 4 times the amount of shots on target, Norway. They are a tough team, a tough team to face. All right, we're going to go attacking and let's push forward. Let's push forward, prevent. Let's do it. Come on. Can we get another shout? Let's get an encourage in there. Last moments of the game. Come on. Simic is tired. The wing backs are tired. There's only 3 minutes of injury time. Most of it's gone. It's all about to go. A 1-0 loss. If you just have a quick look there at Norway's ratings. Yep, lots of 7s there, including Haaland. 7-8. 7-8 from Ødegaard. Livakovic shining for us. Could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for Dominic. Gvardiol with a decent performance. Satalo. Everyone else pretty average. Yep, we better let her know. Not happy with the performance out there. So there it is. Our first game of the group. We're in 3rd place. But only a goal down. Portugal and Norway picking up obviously full points. We are probably going to be relying on that Portugal-Norway job. And I guess we're relying on Portugal to do us a really big favour and smash Norway? Yeah, let's hope. Anyway, let's get to the next game. All right, we are back for the Portugal game and we are not in a great position. Unsurprisingly, Norway win 2-0 over Bosnia Herzogovina with Rista and Haaland getting on the score sheet. Our only hope now is a win. That's it, a win over Portugal, and then Portugal do us a favour and win in the last game. What are the odds? I would think pretty slim. Let's give it a go. All right, so I have made changes to the team. Those changes being at left back, Baturina has come on instead of Sousa. Sousa had a poor game. Vlasic has come on for Zvonjak, who also had a poor game. And Kovacic has come on for Brozovic, who, yes, also had a poor game. I have kept with the formation though. Look, there wasn't a lot of positives to take out of that game against Norway. We were hammered. So let's see how we go against Portugal. Stay the same way. We are playing a bit more defensively in midfield with Kovacic being in that deep line playmaker defensive role and Jakic next to him as a ball-winning player. So hopefully they can break up the Portuguese midfield, and Sucic and Vlasic and of course Simic can all get on the score sheet. Oh, I should say also Vuskovic came on for Chaleta Carr, who also had a very poor performance. In fact, it was his performance that led to the goal. Wow, that's probably harsh. It's a team performance, but it was his mistake that led to the goal. Anyway, it is tunnel time, but we have Portugal have won 3 of the last 4 games, but we have the quality to beat them. And of course, it makes no impact at all because none of these talks do. So we're going to have to watch this game very, very carefully. We're going to need to really manage it. If we have a look over there at Portugal, there's Jota, Fernandes, Neto, João Felix up front, Correa is their left back, Ignacio is there, Grillo, I don't remember, Dalot. So a lot of legacy players still in the team. Bagana, yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on it. Portugal, 2 shots, 1 on target. We're 1 for 0. First highlight, it's a Portugal throw. Jota on the ball. No, Randall Bracaga fires it in. It is cleared. Sucic is on it though. What can we do? What can Sucic do? Can he release someone? No, he can give the ball away to Thierry Randall. Fantastic. Gomes. Hello, Gomes. He's on the ball. It goes long. It's not like him, so Bradaric gathers. That's good. Now, let's be cautious here. Simic on the ball. Simic, he's lost the ball. João Felix, Banganja, Ignacio, come on. Let's get that ball. Bangacha. Jota releases Neto. He's in the box. He crosses in. It is cleared by Broderick though. Okay, that's something. What I'd like to do, what I was going to do is start triggering a bit more. I think we'll go back. I shifted to positive, so I think we'll actually go back to balance load, but just keep the pressure on the ball. Highlight to Portugal. Fernandes, free kick. It was sort of well handled. Well, Nurmevic was offside anyway. Okay, a highlight. First one in our favour, if that means much. Vukovic, Jakic, Sutalo, Maya, Jakic, moving the ball around. Vuskovic, I should say. Gvardiol finds Bradaric. Yeah, Neto dispossesses Radovic. Bruno Fernandes finds Diego Jota, goes in. Okay, well clear. Sucic, release it, baby. Release it. Come on. Oh, Neves goes in. Could it be? Oh, could it be? No, it's not going to be Ricard. That is unfortunate. What I'm thinking, whose highlight? It's ours. We'll hold for a moment. What I was about to say is I think I'm going to play Simic as an advance forward. Maya on the ball, he only flicks it on to no one there. Yes, we're going to play him as an advance forward and go for early crosses a little more, I think. I think that's what we're going to do. Fernandes on the ball. Dangerous player. Finds Neto, who releases Fernandes again. Great 1-2 there. Neto in the box. Dalot goes back. Brancanja out to Randall. Yeah, moving the ball around so well. João Felix. Another long distance hit that we've let a team get away with. That is unfortunate. Brancanja, Thierry, Jota, Brancanja, finds João Felix, powers it in. So what we're immediately going to do is we are going to grow, actually no, we'll stay with mixed crosses, but we'll go early and then we'll of course turn Simic into an advanced forward. So the other thing I'm going to do is Maya will make him an inverted winger on attack. No. Wow, I didn't even see it. Jakic sent off with a red card. Okay, so Sucic can play further down. That's fine. Left-footed, right-footed, I don't really remember. It's fine both ways. Okay, so he can come down as a central. Yeah, he's on attack. He'll be on support. we will go to cautious, and we will obviously go to regrouping rather than counter pressing, and we won't press anymore. Do we go more direct? Do we go more? I think we will go slightly more direct. We don't need to run at defense. Okay, what I might do is Vlasic as an attacking inside forward, and Bradaric and Shitalo as wing backs on defense. How is Bradaric looking? He's on a 6'9". Okay, fine. They're the changes. They're the changes. Let's hope we can see out the half without conceding another goal. We do have a highlight in our flavour. Yeah, in our flavour. Vlasic on the ball. He's coming inside as, inside. Oh, releases Meyer, who shoots. Okay, well, there's a shot that we saw. That's the only highlight with a shot that we saw. That's interesting. Not good enough, though. Meyer back on the ball. Not great, though. Nathios coming forward. Freedom of the park here. Coming forward. Look at that. Simic is like all the way there. Dago Jota, Brankaja, Neves, who loves to shoot. Neto. Livakovic with a big save there, keeping us in the game. They've got a corner. Brankancha. It is cleared. Simic is on the ball. Can he get forward? Can't hold the ball. He's dispossessed. Last few minutes of the half. We've had 4 shots, 1 on target there, 8 for 3. Just the 1 minute of injury time, and that's it. Okay, dressing room time. Guess what? Disappointed. Not creative enough. You weren't as bad as all that. Let's see if we can get them all. No, we can't. We can't get them particularly motivated. All right, so 6-4 for Simic. I guess we'll have to play him as a complete forward, really. We'll need him to come back. I think we'll keep with working into the box, just because we'll need Vlasic and Meyer in there. Now, Meyer is on a 6'8". I mean, no one's terrible right now except Simic, which is understandable, really. Meyer is tired. I'm thinking we bring Chubilic on, who's got a better long shot than a cross. So let's bring him on as an inside forward on attack. So the 3 of these guys are on attack. 2 midfielders will stay back, as will those wing backs. I think we'll move to balanced. Because, hey, we need a goal. All right, dressing room time. Let's give that individual chat to Chubilic. Trust you to make me proud. He's motivated. Now, huge risk, obviously, taking off Meyer, who was having a pretty decent game compared to the rest of the team. Let's see how we go. All right, 60 minutes, and Simic is having an absolute horror show out there. So Miller Ballack is coming on as an advanced forward, and we'll go back to hitting early crosses, hitting low early crosses. Poor Simic, when he doesn't perform, we're in trouble. Kovacic on a 6'5". Should we just do it now? Bacharina or Francic, because Francic can kind of play as a Metsala. I mean, he's more well-rounded, not great decision-making though, whereas there is Brozovic. You know what? We have to go with the tried and true. We'll bring him on. Wait a second. Bring him on, central midfielder on support. I know he hasn't been great, but he's got a lot of skill and a lot of experience, and that's kind of what we need there. Good to see that Ballack was keen. Be keen enough to get a goal, Ballack. Can get an equaliser, we might stand a chance. 70 minutes, 5 shots, 2 on target. We do have a highlight here, though. Brozovic, Bradaric, Mario, they're on the ball. Fabio Vieira, they're breaking now. Neto on the ball, coming forward. Oh, Bradaric, great interception, but they've got the ball back. Brankaja goes out to Thierry. Rendel's on the ball. Brankaja, Vieira, they're moving the ball around so well. It's going to be fairly unlikely we'll be able to get it off them. Neves finds João Felix, who releases Neto. Crosses in. Fabio Vieira runs late into the box, puts it away. Livakovic, no chance really. Portugal will go 2-0 up. And with that go, really, our chances of getting out of this group. I mean, even if there was a chance for a third place finish, I don't think it's us unless we score 100 goals past Bosnia, I think. And I don't think there are third place positions anyway. Another highlight, it is once again to Portugal. Neto, Vieira. I think I'm going to go back to cautious just so we don't have a terrible, terrible rout. Randall's on the ball. Terry's coming in, cutting inside. Finds Neves. Dalot, who shoots and scores. My goodness. My goodness. What is it with us conceding from distance? These hits are all outrageous. Right backs, scoring from right backs. Randall, Terry coming inside. Neves sees Dalot. Dalot just goes, you know what? I'll have some of that. Far left post. Livakovic on a 6-8. I don't know. All right, well, I think we're going to have to step back to cautious. I don't want to concede any more goals. 3-0 is painful enough. Another highlight, though. Vuskovic, Sucic. And moving the ball around cautiously. Gvardiol finds Brozovic. Releases Vlasic. What can Vlasic do? He can find Belac, who was, that was a mess. Anyway, it was a move, but, we're offside. As we head towards 80 minutes, look, we might as well just do the last 10 minutes live because that really is the end of our run. What are we on? We're on 6 shots, only 2 on target, 16-6. Wow. The qualifiers really didn't show us how poorly we are, I guess. It isn't great. And on top of that, Portugal with another throw. Neto, João Felix shoots and scores so easily. We're just stepping off them and they're just scoring from distance. I mean, is this an update thing? I mean, this is a lot of goals from distance. He's outside the box. I know he's good. Livakovic is a good keeper. I mean, what is happening there? We're just not pressuring them. Is that it? We now go 4-0 down. I think we're just going to have to press a bit more. Cautious, we'll just press a little more, try and stop those goals from coming in. 3 minutes of injury time. It's another Portuguese highlight. Dalot finds Vieira. It's back on the ball though, releases Neto, who shoots. Livakovic comes up with a save. He's now on a 6-5, so you can see obviously those goals he's conceded have got something to do with him. Gvardiol clears. Fabio Vieira is on it. Wow, they're like racing in there trying to kill him. Vuskovic gets rid of the ball as we see the last couple of minutes of injury time. And it is a horrific 4-0 loss into the dressing room. I'm going to throw the water bottle. I'm far from pleased with that result. And I think that's us. Wow. I think that is us because we're now behind Bosnia. Now, let's just have a quick look at the rules. Yep, that's it. First and second. So we're now out. Because we cannot win. Portugal, no, we can't win. So I guess let's just hopefully go and beat Bosnia Herzogovina, hey? New keeper, we'll freshen things up. All right, let's just go and do that. I'll see you in a moment. All right, so our final game of the group stage, we want to recover some pride here. We want to finish above Bosnia and Herzegovina with a win and possibly reduce that, -5 goal deficit. Norway, of course, meets Portugal in a top-of-the-table match. You'd say Portugal, I guess, given that we kept Norway to 1-0. Look, it's disappointing. I thought we would do better than I thought. We had a chance to finish second. And look, a narrow loss to Norway, although we didn't look great. Obviously, we caved in to Portugal. Let's hope we can at least show that we're a much, much better team than Bosnia and Herzegovina. And then we'll take a look at the group stage as it finished. Anyway, let's have this game. Changes. Vasilic in goal, Stanisic on the right, Soso on the left. I'm playing Vuskovic and Pongracic in the centre of defence. Franjic has come on a bit deeper as a ball-winning midfielder. Sucic will play deep as a deep-lying playmaker, and I brought Baturino on as an attacking midfielder. Čublić on the right, cutting inside. Fronarek back in the squad, cutting on the left. Balak will start as an attacking forward, so we're going to be getting early crosses into him. All right, what do we need to say? You need to show everyone what we're about. Oh, wow, finally some motivation. All right, I have faith. That doesn't do much, but at least they're motivated. And let's hope that motivation leads to a lot of goals. So we are both on -5 goals. 1 point, yes, well, the 1 point from this game, of course. Bosnia with the first highlight. Sivic getting to the byline, cuts back. Lonka, Stanisic clears, crosses in. Oh, wow. Vasilj just doing an amazing job to keep that ball out. Siminovic fouls Belak by the look of it. Anyway, that was a highlight to start the game. Another Bosnia highlight. Hasic fires it in. Oh my goodness. Dennis, wow, I'm not too bad with my names, but Hadzkandunic, Dennis Hadzkandunic puts it away. And we go down 1-0 to Bosnia. All right, it is time to shout, demand more. And I think time to go a bit positive as well. Let's try and put a bit of pressure on. They have 4 shots, 2 on target. We've had 1 shot, not even on target here. We're on the ball though. Kubilic releases Stanisic, releases Belak, who is tripped by Sivic. Tight call. I think that's a pen. Surely that is going to be our pen. I've no idea who takes pens. I guess we hopefully are about to find out. It is awarded. Who steps up? We'll find out in a moment. It's going to be Vuskovic. Puts it away. A sort of slow, carefully placed pen. So we are 1-1. But, I don't know. Is that a fair result? Who knows? Anyway, it's a kind of cheeky pen. But anyway, all right. So we're 1-1. That doesn't augur too well. All right, let's encourage. Let's give the boys a bit of encouragement. We want more goals. Okay, so as we cross 30 minutes, I've gone to positive. We are pushing, we're pressing, we're doing everything. In fact, we might also go a little more forward, I think. We need to put the pressure on Bosnia, see how we go. They're still 4 shots for 2. We're 3 for 1. Not a lot has changed. A highlight, another Bosnia highlight. Here we go. It's a free kick from Sivic to left back. There's Hadimazovtovic, Hasic. But Vasilij does gather, and that is the highlight as we go into the last 5 minutes of this half. They are 5 shots, 3 on target. We are still 3 for 1. What's going on, hey? I mean, yes, a lot of changes, of course, but you would have thought, step up, fellas. Step up to the play. Prove yourselves. Just a 1 minute of injury time, and we go in 1-1, and we need to go in there and say, thrush your arms. This isn't good enough. Good. They're motivated, so they should be. They need to be playing better than this. Belak not having a great game. Norris Baturina. Who was the tired one? Susic. Well, yes, of course he's tired because he's been playing every game. He is on a 7 though, so we're not doing anything about that. Now, the question will be, do we move Susic up to Baturina? What's, position? I think we will. I think we will do that. And I think we'll bring on Kovacic. No, we won't bring on Kovacic. We're going to bring on Brozovic because you know what? He's retiring. We might as well give him a send-off. Central midfielder on support. And yes, I'm going to bring on Simic. We'll play him. We want to win. Come on. Let's play him as a complete forward on attack, in which case we're going to go with working into the box with mixed crosses. All right, so let's have a bit of an individual chat to those gents. There we go. There they are, motivated and composed. I have faith to make the difference. Well, Brozovic is motivated. That's good. This will be his final game for the Croatian national team. Come on, Brozovic, go out with a win. So as we cross 60 minutes, the inside forwards are struggling. Chubilic on a 6-3, Zornek also on a 6-3. Do you have the highlight though? Vuskovic, Susafine Sucic, moving the balls around. Franjic, Pogricic. That's nice. We see a lot of this in highlights, but we don't see much result. Brozovic, Kubilic, feeds Simic, finish it. He does. That looked pretty good. That looked onside. Let's see what happens here. They're moving back. I don't know what that means. It's awarded. It is awarded. Terrific. We'll have a look at this in 3 dimensions. Pogricic finds Brozovic. Brozovic goes out to Kubilic, who releases Simic. Beautiful finish there by Simic. No wonder some big clubs want him. 2-1. We are leading. Yes, we know that's offside. That is very, very good. Let's give him a bit of a praise for that goal. Let's hope that gets a positive result. All right. Fingers crossed. Right, we're crossed 70 minutes. Sucic is quite tired. He's having a great game, but he is quite tired. Let's bring on Kovacic. Let's just bring him on. Why not? How well does he play there? I mean, he plays there pretty well. Fine. He can play there. Let's give him a chat. Go out there and make the difference. He's pleased. I'm so glad they're both pleased. Because I don't know whether Kovacic is going to go on much more from this. Let's let the veterans see their national service out. We're now 11 shots 4 on target. Bosnia 8 for 4. It's much better. So last 5 minutes of normal time. I've dropped all the pressing back. We're still on positive though, but we're just kind of, we're holding our place. We're not going to push as hard. 4 minutes of injury time. We are in third place. Portugal beat Norway, by the way. Oh, free kick. Kovacic fires it in. Herzogovina, off the post. There we go. Last highlight of the game. Here we go. Sosa's on the ball. Franjic, Kovacic, Sosa, Vukovic, Franjic, finds Brozovic, releases Jubilic, getting forward. What will he do? Goes back to Stanisic. Brozovic out wide to Sosa. Sosa's coming forward. He's in the box. Is it? No, inch. Okay, it's a tackle. We're getting a throw in. We're getting a throw in. This just is extended highlight, end of the final game. Will we even see the throw in? Sosa finds Franjic crosses it in. It's collected by the Bosnian keeper, but that is the game which we win 2-1. Wow, 60th place Bosnia, and all we manage is a 2-1 victory. I have a feeling we'll be going down the rankings after this. All right, into the dressing room. Nice work, everyone. That was good. And that is our run in the European Championship. We finished with only 1 victory, -4. For a team like Croatia, you'd have to say that is pretty terrible. Am I going to keep my job? Let's find out. So yes, final results for the day. France and Israel 1-1. Hey, there you go. And of course, Portugal 6-0. Wow. Let's have a look at the inbox. A little time for Coleman. Knocked out of the European Championship. Criticised for their performance. Quintana must now begin to address Croatia's failings. Okay, well, perhaps I'm not fired. Let's have a look at how the groups panned out. So here they are. Wow. So there were places. There were places for third place. We just weren't good. Wow, there was a heap of them. We were just that bad. We were just that bad that we couldn't even sneak third place qualified. Denmark, who are in our group, managed to do it. Anyway, Slovenia topped that bizarre group. Serbia second, both on 7 points though. And then Scotland coming through. Nice. Georgia going out. Wales topping the group with the Netherlands and Denmark. But as you can see from the points, super tight. Group C, England's group, 7 points there. Italy on 5 going through. Russia, unfortunately, going ahead of the Ukraine there. Sorry, Ukraine. Group D, Sweden topping the group. Wow, Sweden tops the group. Belgium second. What's going on there? Ireland in third. Spain out, 1 point. Could that be a job? I feel like that's a job I'd like to take. The team that won, no, they finished second in the last European Championship, goes out with 1 point. France goes out top, 7 points. Poland on 6, Israel and Turkey knocked out, and of course we know our group. Portugal winning on 9 points, one of the better finishers in that group. Norway on 6. Really, I mean, you'd have to say Portugal must be one of the favourites. But Norway is still in with a shout, and we are out with Bosnia Herzogovina. Okay, so I don't think we'll show you anymore. We're not going to worry about the knockout finals and quarter stage because we're out. Let's be honest. And what I will do is I'll come back and show you in the first game of the proper Conquering Clough series when we come back for the opening of Season 8. That's when I think we'll return, and we will review this before we have our first game and review all that stuff. So thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to drop a like on this. It's always useful. I really appreciate you following me through this sort of the national service time with Croatia. Lots of work to be done. Will I still be around to do it? Will I be bothered? Will I quit? Will I take the Spain job? Will they want me? Who knows? I mean, I'm a good club manager. They might want me. Anyway, that's it. Anyway, yes. So don't forget to drop a like on that video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We've got, of course, the Conquering Clough series, and there's another little save going on, quite a little fun save going on the channel. Check that out too. Anyway, that's it. Disappointing, what I say, disappointing. back to the drawing board with Croatia. I don't know. There's not a lot of talent there. We're gonna have to think about that. We know there's a lot of talent in Spain. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. To be honest, I'm looking at England, but there's no chance of that job. Okay, done. Thanks once again. I will see you very soon. Until next time, vidimo se.